It's been a minute since I've done one of these. It's what's today? It doesn't matter. It's May. We'll do a pickup video. I have bought some things. I always buy shit. I shouldn't. Anyway, here's some movies that I picked up. I got this Corruption not too long ago. I haven't watched it yet. I've never seen this. It's from Grindhouse Releasing. This was put out by, I guess, Columbia Pictures at some point. This is some sort of sleazy slasher movie with Peter Cushing in it. I've never heard of it before. I don't think. If I did, it's just something that I've didn't pay attention to. Anyway, looks like it. Right up my alley. It's got Peter Cushing in it. It's a sleazy slasher movie with boobies and blood. Cool. Here's one that I've watched. This is Death Game, also from Grindhouse Releasing. I pre-ordered this one. Pretty exciting. Came with a little keychain that looks like this meat cleaver here. And anyway, this is a pretty good movie. It was remade as Knock Knock a few years back. I think I talked about this. I did talk about this. I forgot the name of it. I couldn't remember the name of Death Game. It saved my life for a few minutes. This is a nasty movie. It's fucked up, mean-spirited, kind of sick and wrong, uncomfortable. Looks like it was made with a lot of money, and it wasn't. Apparently. It was not a very professionally made movie, and you can't really tell. It looks like a very well-made film. It's got, oh shit, I kicked the tripod, sorry. It's got very good-looking interiors of the house that they're in, and maybe that's just their own personal taste and stuff. I don't know. They said it was a pretty cheap movie that they made, so they might have just been in somebody's house and not decorated it, you know, for the movie. It's got Sandra Locke from a whole bunch of Clint Eastwood movies. You recognize her there. She's got the shit paint on her face. And this other gal, I guess, was in Game of Death, I think. The Bruce Lee thing. Here's another one I picked up. This is one I've had, actually, in different formats. I had a bootleg copy called Road to Revenge. This is Champagne and Bullets. And I have an official copy of Get Even, and then this is the Blu-ray that has all 3 cuts of the movie. It has interviews with this guy here, the director, and commentary track by him, which is a nice bonus. I slept on buying this off of Vinegar Syndrome's website and ended up paying a little extra for it from a dude on Facebook, but I didn't overpay. Usually these slip cases, they're like currency of their own amongst these groups of movie weirdos. I don't collect slip covers, but it's nice when I have them. This one is really like extra. It's not like the shit they have at Walmart. This is like a sturdier, thicker box. Picked up Power of Graceful. I got this one off Amazon because I didn't feel like going and hunting down at the dollar store. Evidently, this was available at Dollar Tree, and Dollar Tree gets in like big ass warehouse surplus of DVDs. A lot of them are like horror movies. Sometimes you can get some pretty decent horror flicks and out of print movies and shit like that. At the Dollar Tree. I've never actually found anything there that wasn't like fucking workout videos and shit. But, this Power of Graceful documentary, this was on Netflix up until pretty recently in the States. It might still be elsewhere. I do think it is. There's another documentary out there called Toy Masters, which I have yet to see. I think that one is probably the better documentary, maybe. But I'll have to give that one a check. I want to see that one. It's been out a lot longer than I think this one was ever, even in production. Toy Masters. It's for sale and rent, I believe, on streaming. I had to repurchase. I didn't have to. I wanted to repurchase my rent because I gave my copy to my nephew. And this one is the one that has the download content. It comes as a coupon instead of actually on the disc, which kind of stinks, but whatever, you know. I got Doom 3, the VR edition, and this was only like 20 bucks brand new. It's an old Xbox and PC game, and this one is slightly upgraded graphics-wise. The 3D effect is really, really cool. The lighting and all that shit, it looks pretty good still. The controller thing, I couldn't figure out how to do anything really in this game. I think I got stuck trying to pick up a fucking weapon, and I couldn't figure out what button to push. I pushed every fucking button on the fucking PlayStation controller, and nothing happened. So I was like, all right, fuck. Screw you, video game. I'm not going to play you anyway. And I don't, because I just don't play my games. I buy them and then they sit. I check them out, though, sometimes. This one kind of was an impulse purchase because it has a VR mode. Star Wars Squadrons. It's sort of a spiritual sequel to the N64 games. You get to do a lot of customization on your character, like RPG. Shit, sorry. So yeah, it's like a flight sim. It's something that you would expect on the PlayStation VR to have more of, but this is like one of the only ones. This and Wipeout are like the best games on the PlayStation VR. I don't know if there are any others that are as good as those two. Those are like your best examples of what the 3D can do, the VR element can do. If you like Star Wars shit, this is actually very worth checking out with the VR crap. I picked up this Puyo Puyo Tetris. I haven't played much of it, but I do like it. Fun puzzle game. So there's a second one out there, which is pretty wild. It's not that old. Anyhow, I picked up East 9, expecting to be more excited about it, but I'm not. They keep making these less interesting as far as I'm concerned. They're more like a lot of grinding and a lot of synthesis of items and stuff, and that gets tiresome. I like the simple PC Engine versions and the TurboGrafx translations and shit like that. I wish there was a compilation of those, or at least all of them up to maybe the first 5 games on one disc. That would be pretty cool. That would get 5 in the States for the first time too. That would be pretty nice. Fight and Rage. This is from Limited Run. Not a big fan of that company, but I do like some of the products that they put out. This was a pretty cool beat 'em up. I didn't play it for very long. I will go back to this and play it some more. I don't know if you can go online and play with your buddies that way, but you can play couch co-op, which is pretty cool. It's got like a 8-bit, 16-bit style. The graphics look like they're ripped from Mighty Final Fight in some cases. There's a dude that is actually just Hagar with a bull's head, and it's pretty decent beat 'em up. I was very looking forward to this Panzer Dragoon remake. This looks amazing, and shit, excuse me, dropped it. I played it a little bit when I got it, and I was happy to get it. I was excited that I got the pre-order with the soundtrack and everything. And it took forever for this fucking thing to show up. When it did, I was like, yeah. And then I played it for maybe an hour, and I haven't touched it since. So that's my motivation, my excitement for video games, my excitement for doing anything on YouTube. I give myself massive guilt trips about purchasing stuff because I have too much, and I'm pretty sure I'm like a diagnosable hoarder at this point, and it's bad. I need to clean up and get shit organized and start selling some stuff or something. Another limited run item that I did buy and kick myself after was the Castlevania Collection. I'm not the biggest fan of Castlevania. I do like them, but I mean, they're so hard and frustrating. And as the series progresses, I think some of the games get a little easier. Like Castlevania 4 is probably the easiest one as far as the ones that I've played. Bloodlines is somewhat harder, but I like the two characters that you can use. The differences between them is pretty interesting. Plus, it's a Genesis game, which I like. It has two of the Game Boy games on here, which are not that fun. I used to play the first one, and I can only get to, like, I think the second level, maybe. It had rolling eyeballs. I think that was the level I could get to. The first level has great music, and I've never played Belmont's Revenge. I should check that one out. I have played Kid Dracula, which is on here. I guess there's another volume of more Castlevania shit coming out. And then the Fancy Pants NES style box that it came in for this particular edition. It also came with this ridiculous thing that I hate it so much. It's a sleeve that goes over the fucking DVD case. Look at that shit. Isn't that stupid? God damn it. It's like another thing for people to want, isn't it? Who cares? It's so stupid. I mean, it's funny, but it's like a waste. Look at this. It's made out of plastic. You could have made that out of cardboard or something. Collectors are fucking stupid. We buy stupid shit, don't we? Anyway, moving along. This is something that JCAU99 sent to me a while back. I really appreciate this. This is very cool. Unfortunately, I have not checked this out in all this time. I'll get around to that, though. I will. It's just a major motivation issue in trying to hook shit up and pull the TV apart, and not apart, but out and doing all that shit. I have so much else that I have to do, and I'm so exhausted. Anyway, this is pretty cool. Whatever this is designed to do, it plays certain PlayStation Vita games as this is a little console that you hook up to the TV with HDMI, and you can play certain Vita games with your PlayStation 4 controller or DualShock 3. And I know that there was a version of this that came with games, because I saw that one. It was like on clearance, and everybody was finding these on clearance for like 20 bucks. I saw one that was not on clearance, and it was like chained to the shelf at Target, and it had like Lego Movie 3, I think. And in that box with the PlayStation TV was this saber-toothed dragon from Imperial Toys. I think the branding on this was Dragons, Knights, and Daggers, or something like that. Robots, Lasers, and Galaxies, Dragons, Knights, and Daggers, Dragons, Knights, and Warriors. I don't remember the combination of words, but those are a couple that I think existed under the Imperial Toys brand name. Now these were obviously designed to be used with your Masters of the Universe figures. The saddle is nice, sturdy plastic. It was held on by a zip tie type of bullshit contraption, and most kids would cut those off and shit like that, and that's why, you know, these get lost, or the saddle could break because it's actually kind of semi-fragile. The first one of these I ever got, I have a few of these different types of animals, was a rhinoceros that I found at a yard sale, and it had a big crack on the saddle. I fixed it. You can't even tell it was ever broken. Plus, I also painted the seat and all the details on it. It looks a lot better than just, you know, orange plastic. Mine was pink plastic. That was the combinations of colors you would get. Like the lizards would be different colors, and the saddles would be different colors. This came in blue, I think, pink. This orange color, there's gold ones. there were larger beasts like this that were in boxes. These were sold loose like this back in the day. They had a little elastic string with a tag on it that had the logo for the toy and the name of it, whatever it is, Dragons, Knights, and Daggers, I don't know. Anyway, here's a He-Man sitting on this to demonstrate compatibility. Looks pretty good. This He-Man figure's fucked up. I've had it for a really long time. Its legs are about to fall off. It's kind of a fate for those. I do want to get some leg bands, but the company that I would buy them from is on my shit list for something that they're doing that I don't think is very fair, that another company is doing and getting punished for. Here's a figure I picked up recently called Spikes from the Galaxy Warriors. He looks pretty great on this saddle. Plus this pretty cool design. This could be cleaned up, you know. Looks pretty good, though. It's like I think it's first out of character. Anyway, that's all the shit that I'm going to show in this video. Thank goodness I wrapped it up faster than I have in recent years. So thank you for those, Josh. I appreciate that. Everybody, hope you are doing well. I'll try to keep up with your guys' videos and comment on them and stuff like that. Time permitting. I have a lot of time, but sometimes I just don't want to do certain things. Anyway, you guys take care. I'm going to work on my aim with that water, and I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.